Yes, Miss Wilhelmina. Good. Good. Good.
Well?
All the wards have been locked off. The staff is alerted, and Miss Willie is searching the basement now.
But didn't she find that woman?
Not yet.
What in heaven's name was the good about?
We're taking every possible precaution, Senator.
That maniac has $10 million worth of negotiable bonds. If they aren't found, they cannot be replaced.
What will she do with them, Doctor? Oh, she'll probably eat them.
I don't know, but we're sure to recover them. It may take a little time.
Years, probably. They were right in front of us. Within our grasp. Why did you stop her?
How would I know the lights were going out?
It's quite possible that Mrs. Patty didn't take them at all. Of course she did. No one else could have taken them. You could have.
No. Lily goes 10 feet away from the table.
But she's mighty quick when it comes to money. Personally, I think she took them and stuffed them down her front. Why don't you search her?
You didn't take them, did you, Lilybell?
Can't you see she's trying to make us suspect each other?
Well, someone else could have taken them. What about him? He was closest to the table when the lights went out.
He was right beside it.
What have you got to say?
I didn't take them. I don't like bonds.
I am the Queen of Spades! Someone is going to die! Dr. Emmett, must we have these people here?
Yes, get them out of here! Wait, no, don't let anyone out of our sight until he's been searched.
Everybody off with his clothes.
Mary, just a moment. Mrs. Savage, please don't make this any more difficult than you already have.
And for heaven's sake, do something about this man's tossing cards around. My nerves are on edge.
Hannibal, don't.
Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. I understand that you have a lovely tiara. Do you sleep in it? Oh, sit down, you unattractive creature. I've had quite enough. I don't like you.
Fairy, will you please sit down quietly while we wait?
Very well. Fairy, excuse me. I'm upset.
Well, Mrs. Patty, you have the entire staff searching for you.
Stop her! Don't let her get away!
I think you'd better join us, Mrs. Patty. We'd like to talk to you.
Now we'll find out where those bonds are. Madam, hand over those bonds!
You'd better let me question her, Senator. She won't talk to you.
Oh, yes, she will.
Oh, no, she won't.
We'll see about this. What do you have to say for yourself, ma'am?
I hate everything in the world, but most of all, I hate revolving doors, customers, fight spots, fleas, strictly heat, bumblebees, bats, nets, pill spots, pen spots, bladder germs, worm suckers, and politicians!
What does she mean?
Weren't you listening? Excuse me, please.
Did you even hear what I asked you?
There's no need to shout at Mrs. Patty, Senator. She hears you well enough, but she's not going to answer you. She hasn't answered a question in 20 years.
Don't try any tricks on me, man.
Don't make her mad, Titus. She carries a knife.
Mrs. Savage, please. Mrs. Patty doesn't carry a knife, Senator. She's hostile, but quite harmless. Now, if you'd be so kind as to yield the floor to me, Senator.
Very well, but I want to hear her talk.
Mrs. Patty, this is quite important. Now, I want you to nod yes or no to the questions I ask you. Now, did you take some bonds from the table a few minutes ago?
She did, and she didn't. Oh, this is exciting. I wish we could open a door and have a body fall out.
Mrs. Patty, look at me. Do you remember turning the lights out? Yes, you do. And do you remember a little bundle of papers from the table a few minutes ago? Try to remember. Think.
Dr. Emmett, I found them.
Oh, no, you don't hand them over to me. I'll take care of things.
Oh, look! Radio tubes.
You said you found the bonds.
I said nothing restores. This restores my faith in witchcraft.
Where did you find them, Miss Willie?
In the basement, in the hot air duct, leading to Fairy's room. I told you I was cold all winter, and you wouldn't believe me.
I hold you personally responsible for this fiasco, Doctor.
Just what would you suggest I do, Senator?
Search the woman. She may have hidden the bonds on her person.
I'm afraid that this will present a problem.
Then search everyone else while we concentrate on making her talk.
Very well. Will you take Mrs. Savage to a room and search her, please?
No. Take me. I'm youngest and just quickest. Or do you want to draw straws? You first, Fairy. I don't want to miss anything. Thank you.
Would you like to come with me, Fairy?
Oh, yes. Do you know, I was once asked to play Lady Godiva for the elf pageant, but I didn't. My mother was afraid of so many elves.
Mrs. Patty, wouldn't you like to save us a lot of trouble?
Haven't you some sort of threat you resort to here?
I don't threaten my patients. Mrs. Patty, look at me.
The truth drug.
Of course, use the truth drug on her, then we can make her talk.
I'm afraid that's out of the question. We'd have to have her guardian's consent.
We'll get it. Who is her guardian?
Her husband.
Very well. We'll get him on the telephone. Where is he?
Japan.
In his absence, haven't you the authority to act?
We have no proof she took them yet.
I still think Lily Bell is your girl. Will you stop saying that?
Dr. Emmett,
Yes, Jeff?
since Mrs. Savage can't have her bonds anyhow, I think I can help you.
Yes?
Mrs. Patty didn't take them,
How do you know?
because I took them.
He's the thief. I knew we were being tricked. Now hand them over, young man.
I can't.
Did you take them, Jeffrey?
Yes, sir.
Then what did you do with them?
I've searched Fairy, Doctor. She doesn't have them.
Speak up.
I threw them out the window.
Go outside quickly, Titus. We'll watch from the window. Stop! Parcheesi, the royal game of India.
But Jeffrey, you couldn't have thrown them out the window. The window is closed.
Oh.
Stop! What do you mean by misleading us?
Let go of you stupid arms!
He said he took the bond.
Well, he didn't. I happen to know he didn't.
And just how do you happen to know that?
That's none of your business.
How do you know, Miss Willie?
Because I had my arms around Jeff when the lights went out. I wanted to protect him from being hurt during the confusion.
Thank you, Miss Willie.
But she didn't. That's not true. I took them, no one else.
Dr. Emmett! Miss Willie! Something awful is happening! There's a fire upstairs with flames! This high! Harry, you mustn't. We've company. Well, they were. This high at least.
Harry, please sit there quietly.
But there's a fire. Please believe me, there's a fire upstairs.
Where?
In the bathtub.
Harry, sit down.
I can't. I'm full of pins.
Jeffrey, if you did take those bonds, what did you do with them?
I told you, he couldn't have taken them.
Of course he couldn't have. If anyone should know that, I should.
Now I suppose you took them.
I confess everything. There's a fire upstairs. There's a conspiracy down here.
Where are they, Florence?
I won't tell you.
These people keep trying to deceive us.
I have committed this crime with the full knowledge of the stigma involved. Something's burning upstairs.
You better search her too.
Greedy little man.
Will you take Florence to a room and search her, please?
Come along, Florence.
I'll never tell Mrs. Savage. Not even if they put me in solitary confinement and cut off all of my hair.
It's a waste of time to search dear Florence.
Now I suppose you took them.
No, but I do know who did.
I know a fire when I see
Who
one.
did, Hannibal?
It wasn't Miss Patty.
Who was it?
It wasn't Florence either.
I don't want to know who it wasn't. I want to know who was it.
Is that good grammar?
If you ask a Mohammedan what God was, he'd tell you all the things he isn't. It's easier than naming the things he is.
And one of the things he isn't on your side.
How do you know it was a woman?
A woman pushed me out of the way to get there.
How can you be sure it was a woman?
Really, Titus?
How do you know it was not Mrs. Patty?
She doesn't wear perfume.
Lilybell bathes in it. I was nowhere near the table. Oh, fiddle! Let the house burn.
Can you identify the scent?
I think so.
Well, I use gardenia. What do you use, Fairy? No name. I make my own. Hannibal, smell Lilybell. Titus! I won't tolerate this! They're making fools of us for their own amusement. Smell anything, Hannibal?
Yes.
What?
Smoke.
High time!
Oh,
afraid it's the bonds, or what's left of them.
Oh no! No, 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 no!
There's no telling what these are.
Mrs. Patty, did you take those bonds up to your room and set fire to them?
Senator, here's the corner of something that didn't burn. Can you tell what it is?
It's the burnt end of a $500,000 bond.
Are you sure? Mrs. Savage, can you identify this?
Well, treasure hunt's over. That's all that's left of $10 million. I should have told a lie. Then someone would have believed me.
Yes, I'm sorry, Terry. I should have believed you anyhow. There must be some way of having them replaced, Senator.
Well, there isn't.
They can't be gone. They just can't.
You miserable, useless creature, do you have any idea what you cost us?
Let them alone. Never mind, Mrs. Patty.
I've stood for as much bullying of my patients as I intend to. Now will you be so kind as to leave? At once.
What about the bird piece? Isn't it worth anything?
Nothing. I hold you responsible, doctor.
I can't before. I don't know how.
It's all right, Lily Bell. We'll survive. We always have. And I'm still a senator.
Lily Bell, I never intended it to end like this. Believe me. Take me home, Titus. Please. Titus,
Yes?
what happens to me?
You have nothing to worry about. We would never allow you to be sent to a public institution.
We are Savage.
Goodbye! We say goodbye to people we don't want to see again. Oh, don't cry, Mrs. Patty. I'm sure you hate tears, too. Maybe she thinks her cup is cracked.
Did you think you could change them, Mrs. Savage?
No one changes people. One makes changes people learn to accept. I had hoped to make them look like fools so that they might look with understanding on the fools of good heart.
And who are the fools of good heart?
I'd say those who gamble on people and invest in kindness. Those who doubt that manners mean morals or position means privilege. And of course the rebels with no fear of failure.
That makes very good sense.
And justifies my being here.
Would you like to leave?
They would never let me go.
They have nothing to say about it. No patient's commitment is final until I have made my decision. And I find no valid reason for your remaining.
Does that mean I'm free?
Well, I could release you under my own authority at once. But let me get the state medical inspector on the telephone. Then I'll let you know definitely.
I think I'll go unpack your things, just in case. We can always unpack again.
You hate us! Why do you say that, Fairy? You want to leave us? Fairy, I must.
Is someone waiting for you?
No. Does someone need you? No. But you can't leave. I haven't had time to get you a going away present. Maybe I can find a suitable present anyhow, if you won't be fussy. I'll go look. I'd like to see what I can find for you too, Mrs. Savage, if you'll wait. Oh, fun! Come on, everybody. Let's see what we can find.
I have something. I just remembered.
Don't leave till we get back now, or you won't get anything. Don't try to find something useless. I do abhor practical gifts.
There's nothing in my room you'd want. Oh, but there is something on me that I prize. My clasped ring. On the inside it says, "Let there be light." Something Miss Patty would hate.
Hannibal, I couldn't take the ring off your finger.
Oh, I insist. It has no value as gold goes, but as blood goes, it's a statistical treasure. My heart has pumped my blood through this ring every 2 minutes for the last 10 years. That's about 100,000 gallons of blood.
It's too much, Hannibal.
Oh, not at all, but I can't seem able to get it off.
Keep it, Hannibal. I deeply appreciate the offer, the sentiment, and the statistics.
My finger has got too fat on each side of the ring.
Never mind, Hannibal. You've had it so long it's become a part of you. Oh, I'm out of breath. Feel my heart. I'm very dear. But I found you something. I hope you weren't expecting much, because then you won't be disappointed. I won't be disappointed. I couldn't find anything to wrap it in except for Kleenex. You can feel my heart too, Hannibal.
Think. About 104 beats per minute, I'd say.
How very nice.
No, what is it?
A handkerchief. Oh no, it's a napkin. So many places serve paper napkins, but they bladder smear. Bless you, Fairy. I'll take it with me whenever I'm invited out. It says the cloisters on engraved. It says the cloisters on it. You've gone to too much trouble. Oh, it was nothing. Is it sterling? Very dear. I wouldn't dream of giving Mrs. Savage anything that wasn't sterling. Oh, it's dented. Really, Fairy. Dents give it an antique character. Indeed they do. Well, I'm not going to say goodbye. I can't stand goodbyes. I don't recognize them. Oh, you didn't expect us to say goodbye, did you? I didn't even expect a salt shaker. Well, how do you do, Mrs. Savage? We've so looked forward to meeting you. We're glad you're here at last. Make yourself at home. Oh, I almost forgot. John Thomas asked me to give you something for him. He was afraid if he delivered it himself, he might catch his measles. Come, Fairy. Let's pretend it's garden hour. Excuse us, please. We have to dig weeds. Take an umbrella. It's raining.
Well, Jeffrey, what did you bring?
Oh, it's just a book, but I hope you like it.
What is it?
The Lifespan of the Ape. Do you know, I've never read it.
I was lucky, wasn't I?
I'm going to read it tonight.
Oh, I thought you'd forgotten us, Miss Patty.
What did you bring, Mrs. Patty?
Now, how did you know this was just what I needed?
May I see it?
A genuine mother of pearl life. I'll sew it on at once.
Oh, I think it's intended to make an eye for the bear.
Oh, bless your angry heart, of course. We both thank you. He's hated only having one eye. I hate everything in the world. I hate everything in the world but you. And I love you. And I wish you wouldn't leave us. Why, she said she loved me.
Well,
Aren't you amazed?
Why? We knew it all along.
Yes, but she spoke.
She had to say it.
well, Jeffrey, let's go see what the girls are up to. It's a lovely night and everybody's polite. Watch out. Don't break your neck.
You had a good seat.
Well, I think I have everything. Here is your $85 hat.
Oh, my beautiful and foolish hat.
You know, I think you've been wearing it backwards.
You know, I think I have. It's good to be straightened out. Where did everybody go? They gave me going away presents and then refused to say goodbye.
I'll bet I can guess what they gave you.
No, you can't. Mrs. Patty gave me an eye with which to see myself. Florence, a grain of salt to go with what I see.
That's good. And Fairy?
A memory of loveliness.
I'm afraid to most. She wouldn't seem a lovely girl.
She wears her plain